So, a film called Serving Life, the Earl J. Hinson story. We're videoing this so we can share it with other people. One of the things I was saying about, and I've spoken to a lot of people, and people are very positive because they have a positive memory of him, and it's interesting to hear the questions that excite people about this kind of story. And then we'll try to weld that into the narrative of the story as we're creating it. So essentially, EJ's serving life in a Florida state prison for premeditated murder in the first degree, robbery with a deadly weapon, attempted first degree murder, attempted robbery, attempted burglary and kidnapping. All that happened in, at a guess, around about 48 hours. So it's quite extraordinary. He served 19 years and there's no hope of release. He was saved from death row by a grandmother of one of his victims. She was a practicing Catholic and believed in the sanctity of all human life. But it was a Brazilian family. He was a migrant that brought his family out. He was a pizza delivery guy after hours, and Hinson executed him with a single shot to the head from behind after ordering the pizza under a bogus name. He felt he was given a second chance at life, which is a gift he felt he didn't deserve. And that sense of guilt, as I said, kind of triggered off a chain of events that has led him on this path. EJ began to change spiritually, and he's now the go-to guy for fellow inmates. He was the winner of the Lifer of the Year award for helping other inmates and helping reduce suicide, and now he's a qualified teacher, which he shared with us in some correspondence. He qualified only 2 weeks ago, and it's taken him a number of years to get there. So he's done all this despite making more of a target inside. So as we've been communicating with EJ and spoken to others who have been interviewed by him, one thing is clear: he holds himself completely responsible for his crimes. And that's critical, because what we need to craft is, obviously, you know, when you commit such atrocities, for whatever reason, you don't have any right to talk to me in my lounge room as a viewer, and it's quite condescending. So we're very in the first opening 90 seconds of the film, we will ask him to present himself as what he is, and I've been told that honest. There's nothing off limits, he said, and that honesty is we need to understand his downfall to understand where he's come from, or where he's trying to go to. So I'm just going to read, if you don't mind. If anybody yawns, I'll take that as a cue to move on. But this is a letter he wrote. There's been a number of letters and correspondence that starts with handwritten, and he's now been granted access to email to talk to us. But that goes through a government agency and they scan everything, and we have to have police checks done, and it goes on. But we've jumped through a number of hurdles over the last 4 months. Anyway, here we go. So I asked him about his daily routine. The daily routine begins about 5 a.m. when the lights come on in the dorm. The dorm I live in is in a barrack style with bunks and beds along the walls and single bunks down the middle of the room. Before I even get out of bed, I pray a morning offering to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. I pray to my guardian angel and Saint Michael. It'd be interesting to know this would be in the last third of the film, let's say that, once it's well established. That what's that feel like, the joy knowing that you have found a purpose that's bigger than yourself and a way to contribute back to society, even if it is as the go-to guy for fellow prisoners or something, but not to be highlighted in a selfish way, but what's it feel like when you're given the grace and you ask for it and you receive it, and to give your life a greater purpose than what you had before? What's that joy feel like? And ultimately, it's an uplifting film. This film is, the magic in this is that when the lights go out of the cinema, you want to feel reminded of this very, very precious gift called life. It's pro-life, and I think in this day and age it's worth really celebrating that, and it just, you know, not in a condescending but in a very gentle way, just having us rethink even for a moment, wow, I've got this gift that he took from somebody, that's been taken from him, that's been bantered around. What am I, you know, how lucky I feel, and a bit what am I doing with it, you know? If we can go into that area, great.
little bit of market research with my Year 12s. It was earlier in the year. We got the 4-page article that she wrote. And normally we get articles with the 12s. It's usually 1 page, single-sided. That's their concentration span. Anyway, we just read the first page, looked around the room, and transfixed. Read the second page, still with us.
This is Jean's article, the 4-pager, the original article. It's a great read.
I've read 4 pages in class, and the guys were just totally focused on the story. And I thought,
Yes.
it's market research. If it gets to the year 12s, captivated.
Yes.
This is 4 weeks before the HSE.
Yes.
It says a lot for the wider market.
Yeah. Yeah. The truth is there. I don't want to tinker with it. I just want to present. I want to capture it and present it and craft it. Not change it, just and the truth will just resonate through the audience, and that will sell territories. And you know, yeah, I need to develop the plan carefully, and to make it as high quality as we can, and to go there with. Anyway, I'm going on. It is late.